My name is Ryan. I am an animator, a writer, storyboard, and comic artist. So I've always kind of considered myself as both an artist and an entertainer. One of the key things of my work is that I always like to make sure that it's fun. It's fun for me to create, and it's also fun for the audience to take in and watch. But I've always had a passion for art as a kid, such as like drawing, arts and crafts. I've also been a pretty big nerd for cartoons and animated movies and video games, which I will say has inspired my work in many ways. So I officially started animating back in the early years of YouTube. Back then I worked with Microsoft Paint and Windows Movie Maker, and well, I like to call that the dark ages of animation. Thankfully, my quality of work has improved dramatically since then. So my most recent work is a short animation I made called After Hour Escapades, which is a young fox and a penguin, and they both just kind of explore the zoo at night as it closes. The narrative is simple, but my main focus when creating this was character design, as well as incorporating some humor and incorporating different perspectives and angles and trying to keep the video fun and fresh from start to finish. Basically, my process started with some rough sketches and concept art, and I love thinking when creating a character. I love deciding what their personality is, how they interact with their environment, and think of weird scenarios to put them in, how they would react to it. Then I kind of whiteboarded an animatic version and kind of mentally mapped out the video while syncing with audio. And it's incredibly satisfying to see the simple drawing just kind of come to life, even if it's a short 2-second clip. Seeing the staircase of 1 to 2 second animation stack up in the timeline, it feels great, as it feels like you're making progress towards your goal. Any animator will tell you that diligence is certainly a huge factor. Making a clip as 2 seconds can take up to hours, if not days worth of work, but the payoff is certainly worth it. It wasn't until around my sophomore year where I found a hidden passion for comic making. We had this assignment in my animation 2 class where we had to make a comic based off a real world event, but making a comic, it's kind of like making one large storyboard, and you get to envision how your story would look if it was an actual animated film. The other project I would love to talk about today is my senior project, and certainly my most ambitious project yet. No Stars in the Sky Tonight, Act 1 Mother, was a 180-page graphic novel, part 1 of 4 of a series I've been working on for about 3 years now. When it comes to comic making, writing a narrative is certainly the most important part of it. For me, I really wanted my readers to feel with my work. I put a significant amount of time mapping out my character's development as well as his arcs, while focusing on studies of psychology, personality, mental illnesses, putting my own mental illnesses into my own character, and seeing how his character just changes as the series continues. Finding a style was pretty challenging, as I had to redraw my character over and over again until I finally found a visual style that fitted him. But basically, it started with rough drafting in my sketchbook, all these pages, as well as working with my script and early versions of my dialogue, and then redoing it digitally, making some additional changes to the script, removing unnecessary frames, and then finally drawing it all out panel by panel. I couldn't tell you how many all-nighters I've pulled for this project and how much coffee I've probably consumed throughout my senior year of college, but holding the physical copy of my book in my hand is certainly one of the proudest achievements as an artist, and I'm hoping to have Act 2 finished sometime in the near future. Thank you for watching.